And hello, it's Lynn again, doing the Capricorn Live now. Capricorn Live. I just gotta check something here. Oh, darn, I did too. I forgot my girly girl. Just a sec. You know what? I'm just gonna text her quickly because she's one of my followers. She just kind of texted me randomly today and said, hey, can you give me a reading? Just a quickie. Live doing Capricorn. I'll call you after. Sorry about that. Business. Sorry about that. So Capricorns, my babies, my lovers, my friends. Greg, how you doing? Nice to see you. Well, I'm doing Capricorn. End of February, beginning of March, you know, a couple of weeks kind of thing. I'm just finishing off these lives. I've just got 3 more to do, and I really don't have the proper place to do them. So I'm just going to finish them off for this month. Hi, Joe. Oh, really? Oh, cool. Well, probably a lot of your habits or behaviors speak out to who you are. Like Capricorn are so determined, very determined, hard workers. But anyway, speaking of Capricorn, I am going to focus for a second. What are the messages for Capricorn? End of February, beginning of March, 2019, Capricorn. March 2019. All right, I think I got it all in there. I got all the good stuff. You were my only 2 guys. It's funny, eh? How I got 2 guys. I'm good. I'm good, Greg. Thank you very much. Things are getting better, I have to say. Like, I'm feeling better. I'm starting to feel not so down in the dumps. I was like just really like sort of bland for a while there, but I'm feeling like super duper. Oh, that's sage. So I'm hoping my girlfriend will come on while I'm doing this. I'm just gonna say there. That's it. That should be it. I got it on silent. So, Capricorn, my darlings. I get along with Capricorn really well, actually. Hello there. You'll have to wait until after. I'm going to do the reading like for everyone, Capricorn, but hopefully this will answer that question for you, okay? Yeah, thanks, Joe. Me too. Me too. I'm getting back to myself. It's been a long time, like over a year or something like that, and I'm starting to feel like myself again. So that's right on. I hope all you guys are feeling great, doing better. I know March, March is a 3, and then we're in the year of a 3. So 3s are progression, start taking the plan and actually implementing it now, setting the wheels in motion, so to speak, So that's that I can tell you for sure. And also the year of the boar or pig, is in the Chinese horoscope, is a jovial year. It's a happier year. Like if you think actually of a pig in a pig pen, like they don't have care in the world. They're not filthy rich. They're just filthy. But, you know, they just don't have a care in the world. Hi, Kay. All right. These cards are ready. They're going all over the place. And I don't have to do all this, oh, you know, they do just for me communicating with you. That's what I find with the cards. You know, they're picking up the energy because I'm talking to you back and forth a little bit, communicating, you know. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? All right, what do we got for my Capricorn darlings? Ha, ha, ha. See, there you go. Here you go. All your burdens and all your concerns. Look at that. I got an itchy hand. Got money. This is usually money going out. I'm going to be giving money away. But your first card in your past, and your past could be now, or anytime before now, okay? But this could be still sort of filtering out now. You still could be feeling it, you know? And this is the 10 of Wands. This is ready to lay down your burdens. You've carried this burden far enough and you're done. You want to relax now. You know, when I think of this card, I think of retirement. You wanting to take a rest, you know? Tired of carrying all the responsibility, maybe, you know. This could be, and all of those individual ones he's carrying, and he's been carrying them a long way, you know. He's almost at his destination. And they're all burdens, his cares, his worries, his troubles, his challenges, and he's done. He's done. You know what's freaky here? What is freaky? Oh my God. You got 3 10s. 3 10s. I think you're moving, because 2 10s to me are an indication of someone moving physically. Plus, I think you're moving on in your career. 10 of Pentacles is achievement. You know, you achieved what you wanted to, and here you are sitting, relaxing, taking that rest. You know, this guy's saying, I need a rest. I need a rest. And then you're resting, you know. And but this, you know, and if you know a Capricorn, if you're a Capricorn, they can't rest for long. They get extremely bored. They need to be busy. They need to be doing something. They need to be investing themselves in something. They're very project oriented, as you know. You're probably very project oriented. My ex is a Capricorn, and he couldn't sit still for 5 minutes. You know, he was working on the car, or he was he's just always had to be busy fiddling with something. And I think that's you here. It's the 10, you've accomplished what you wanted. Maybe it's the family, the home, you know, maybe that's what you were trying to accomplish. Then you have it and you're like, okay, I need something more. I find Capricorn very creative people too. You know, they're either motorheads, you know, they're like into cars, or they're into music, or they're maybe into many things, carpentry, cars, music. Like most Capricorns have many hobbies because their mind is just always working. Now, on the other hand, this is the Queen of Swords. This is the last card in your past. She's solid as they come, okay? Her feet are on solid ground, all right? She's rock solid, I like to say. She also can make something out of nothing. You see that tree growing beside her? It's just like a little bonsai right now, but it's growing on rock, you know? And it's because she's very determined. Also, I want you to take notice how she's holding the sword by the handle end by the blade. Her truth may hurt. She's very frank. She could be matter of fact, blunt. But she has to speak her mind. Be careful what you ask her, because you may just find out the truth from this person. Could be male or female, air sign. I think this is you, Capricorn. I think this is you through and through. All three of these cards. I think you're ready for something new, though. There could be an air sign in your life. Maybe you appreciate their frankness, their truthness, their honesty. You know, this person cuts to the truth. They don't dilly-dally around, and they don't sugarcoat things. It's straight to the point, okay? And it's truth that might cut, you know? It could be cutting the way she says it. Capricorns usually have a bit more charm, couth, than some of the other signs. They're usually very well spoken. So this might be something that's a long time coming, though, you know, because I can see you're changing. You're finished. You're ready for something new. There's 2 10s here. You've accomplished. You're tired, I think. I think you're tired. I think you want, hey, shush. You want new projects, but I wonder if you're tired of being the full support. Like feel like maybe you're the one doing all the supporting, or you're the one carrying all, like he's supporting the whole load here, you know? He's supporting the whole load. And this is it at work, and this is it at home. I think there's a feeling of dissatisfaction in the home, dissatisfaction at work. You want something new, and you know, you might be ready to draw your line. You might be ready to draw your line now and ask for it. I have a feeling you're speaking your mind to somebody. I think you're going to speak your mind. And you know, that's the thing with Capricorn. They're very well spoken, but if you push them, they will push right back. They are the goat, you know. The first card in your present is the Lord. And I'm just looking on here for a sec. The first card on here is the Lord. This is like the Emperor, the father, the boss, the one in control. You see him holding that staff. That staff is huge. It's very thick, and it speaks about his experience. And then see his headdress he's wearing. Like, you know, he's the chief. Okay, he's the chief, the elder. This is a mature person. This could be your boss. This could be you. You know, you're wanting to be the king of your castle. And it is your castle. You want to have the final word. You know, the final word. And this is a very stern person too. He's quite serious, and he knows what's best for everyone, or he thinks he does. He thinks he knows what's best for everyone, and he wants his word to be law. At his best, he is protective, fair, experienced, has a lot of good things, teachings to pass down, you know, might be worth listening to. At his worst, he could be demanding, controlling, bossy, you know, thinks he's right all the time, very firm in his decisions and his rule, and could be a tyrant, you know. a bit of a tyrant. So, and then this is your other 10, the 10 of Swords. This is this is the end of your obstacles. It feels stabbed in the back, for one thing. You're feeling stabbed in the back, but it's the misery is over. In some ways, I don't think you see this coming, because in some ways, I think you have everything under control, but you may not. You may not. This may not have happened all at once. You may have been feeling one knife and then another knife, and then a couple months later, another knife. And these could have been coming one at a time. And you're like, you know what? This ain't working for me. I'm done. Because 10s are done. They're finished. They're complete. This one is the end of your misery, the end of your pain. You're not going to take another, you're not a pincushion. You're like, I'm not a pincushion, and you're not poking me. You're not poking at me anymore. I think this is gonna hurt, but I think you're gonna get over it quickly, because you are the Lord. You know who you are. This person knows who he is, right? He doesn't have any false conceptions about himself, but you don't know everyone around you, Then there's justice. This is a fair outcome in your favor. I'm not sure yet where this backstabbing is coming from, but I think in the end, you're going to have truth and balance. Also, I want to say a couple of things about this particular Justice card in this deck. She holds her values high. She has high values. She's holding those scales of justice. Justice is very important to you. So she holds those scales high above her shoulders, as you can see. The other thing, too, is if you look down at her feet, there's a feather laying at her feet. And to me, that's an indication that you're on the right path. There's also a spider in a spider web. And when I think of justice, you could be seeking legal counsel is what this could mean. You could be seeking legal counsel or have to go to court, But when I think of the spider web, when I think of a judge, in court, they have to consider all sides of the situation. A spider web has many angles and is different. Every single one you see is different. And that's like court cases. They're all different from one another, individual. And you have to consider all sides of the situation, or this person, or the situation, or all sides of this situation need to be considered. Okay. And also the owl. The owl is, like the wise counsel is probably what you need. Wise counsel, I think. You may even get a female lawyer, because there are two females, this is Justice, of course, holding on to the Sword of Truth. And then you have the Queen of Swords. You could even seek female counsel. It makes me think of the word barracuda. She'd be a barracuda, and she would fight for you. But it also could represent court. It could, if you had if you have been involved in some sort of a legal battle, because, you know, this is involved in a battle, right? You feel like you're losing a battle or you're going to lose a battle. You may feel. I think that there's some things that are going to come out that you didn't see coming. Some information, some truth, something that you didn't see coming. But once you know, once you're like aware of what's going on, you're not going to waste any time. You will get a lawyer and get a fair decision, okay? In your future, you have the Four of Cups. This is a bit of a warning card to me because, you know, this is someone who is totally focused on empty promises and these empty cups, and it's all they can think about. And someone may be giving you empty promises saying, you know, oh, sure, like I'm gonna be there on Thursday, and then 2 Thursdays so far they haven't shown up. So, and you go and show up again. You know, you're focused on empty promises. Meanwhile, behind you is a full, gleaming, shiny cup that is ready to give you something sincere, genuine, you know, possibly exactly what you want, but you're not even noticing because you're thinking, well, over here, you know, they're saying they're going to be good now. They're saying they're going to, you know, love me. They actually realize they love me now after they screwed me over. I'm just saying, like, you know, talk is cheap. Talk is cheap. Actions speak louder than words. So someone can do a lot of nice talking, but what are their actions saying? Someone is going to have their hands out. You know, maybe everyone wants a piece of the pie of what you got. It could be bill collectors, credit card companies, the bank. I don't know, but everyone has their hand out, and you might feel restricted. You may not feel like your resources are dwindling, kind of, you know. But you may have to pay out. This is probably, this could be one of the reasons they're promising things and don't mean it, because they're looking for a handout. Looking for a handout, you know, and you're not paying attention. This is a bit of a warning, you know, don't get duped by somebody. Don't get duped by somebody. Because it seems like you're investing a lot into maybe something that's not worth it. You know, maybe you're not getting out of this what you're putting in, because you sure are putting in a lot. Okay, but I'm going to tell you, there's your Ace of Cups. There's your. I think possibly you might finally take notice of that cup behind you and notice the value in it. Right now, you're not noticing. Right now, you might be thinking, oh, yeah, there's Rhonda, or there's Jim. Yeah, Jim's a good guy, or Rhonda, she's real sweet, you know. But not really considering them as a real potential. Perhaps they really are. They are the diamond in the rough, you know, someone you didn't really consider before for some reason. Also, I want to mention that the Ace of Cups is like being ready to love again. It's not necessarily your new love coming in. This is you ready to open to love again after being backstabbed, after being hurt, you know, hurt. And so you may be going through divorce or some sort of legal battle. You know, I think you've fought for this a lot over time. You've really been fighting, trying to make this work, trying to make it work. And I think that it's, just like what I said, actions speak louder than words. Someone could talk a good line, spin a good web. Where did that web go? Someone can spin a good web, a good story, but what are they doing? What are their actions, right? If they've always got their hand out, looking for something and not really giving themselves, I think they could be using their children too as weapons. Using their children as weapons in some way. Okay. I know this sounds real specific, but it's just what I got. And I always say what comes into my mind because it's for someone out there. It's for someone. Not everyone, but for someone. So that Ace of Cups is ready to love again, ready to trust, to give it another try. You may not have met anyone yet, but you're ready to go out there, put yourself out there again. I also want you to take notice of this fish here. This fish, there's only one like it in the world. It really exists. And it can climb waterfalls. Look it up, Google it or whatever, the fish that can climb waterfalls. I saw it on a National Geographic thing. Or it was some sort of, nature documentary. But it's really cool. This fish can climb waterfalls. And it just needs a little bit of water. The rock has to be wet for it to be able to climb. Anyway, it climbs to the top of a waterfall to find the source because that's where it's very calm. The emotions are very calm there. So the water is very calm and it's the perfect place for it to lay its eggs and fertilize its eggs. And before that, when the fish are born, the eggs are born, and they start to swim, they come over the waterfall and feed into the land, and then it's back up the old waterfall again. But that's where they go through all that, You've been through all that climbing to the top of this hill to try and create something, try and fight for this love. But got burned. I think you may have gotten burned somewhere here, but here you are ready. You don't stop. And that's like a goat. Goats climb mountains too. Capricorns, that's very much like a Capricorn. Capricorns can climb. They're determined. They're determined, to keep the flow going, I think Capricorns are tricky. I don't want to, my experience with them. Ready for love. Oh, baby, I'm ready for love. I love it. That's bad company. Bad company. Pretty good, eh? I'm ready for love. Oh, baby, I'm ready for love. I got that song too. Ready for love. Yeah. Because you guys are really, sometimes though, I think Capricorn they don't really flow with their emotions. They're usually not touchy, kissy, lovey, they're really practical, grounded and like that. So, maybe because this is a lot of emotion flowing. This is a lot of love and emotion flowing. Hey, so, they're, giving up all these responsibilities, taking a rest, taking what's yours, figuring this out, may be the thing you need. Hey, also, it could be by the next not full moon, but maybe new moon. It could be by the next new moon. You know, I think you're going to feel revived in March. Revived. I do want a little clarification here about this battle, this legal battle. Yeah. There's a feeling of loss, the Five of Cups. Okay. A feeling of loss. So there's 3 cups spilled beside this guy. And he's all cloaked. He's all covered up. He doesn't want he doesn't want to be social. He wants to be by himself for a while. He's sad. It's like mourning. It's remorse, you know. It's mourning. But he's so wrapped up in his sadness that he doesn't notice there's still 2 cups behind him. And this is it could mean there's something to be worked on, you know, but it's on an emotional level, right? And that's not just, you know, the only thing in relationships, but it could be shush, Carmela. Oh, I'm so sorry. Carmela. She's going to start barking. Hold on. Come here. Hey, come on. Come on. Get over here. Carmela. Oh, it's Sherry. It's okay. So some sort of remorse. Okay. I'm going to pull one more. Oh. So really, really wrapped up in this, you know. I think you're going to go through a bit of a sad time by the time you get through this. And it could be happening right now. You could be feeling remorse, possibly regret, really grieving this. But I think there's better things ahead. Oh, I like it. I like it. I like it. So, oh, beautiful. You know what? That relationship or this relationship or whatever is this legal battle you're in, it's not for you, man. It's not. Let it go. Leave it. It never was. It never was. You're fighting for something that it is. I think it's a trophy thing. It's a trophy thing. This person, it could possibly be a good catch, but for all the wrong reasons. You know what I mean? Not for the right reasons. You know, I don't know. Maybe there's some sort of sexual turn on or something, but then they're not reliable or I don't know. But there's something definitely wrong here. You're being wronged, okay? You're sad. Get over it, honey. There's better things coming for you. And by better, the Sun. This is the next card beside your Ace of Cups. This is success. This is a new direction. Anxious to head in a new direction, and it's a successful new direction. It's right beside your Ace of Cups. Right beside it. You know, as soon as you're ready to love again, and it's probably the loving the self, who you are, exactly who you are. You know, you've tried to bend this way, that way, and still it didn't make anybody happy because you have to be who you are, and someone is going to love that and love exactly that. They don't want the huggy, feely touchy. They want like how you are, and it's going to be a perfect fit. This is almost like an ace and an ace, like an ace in the hole, if you ask me, because it's, you know, once you come to this, you know, appreciating what you want, what you need, what you love, not just the wants of someone else. These are about your wants. I think you're going to be very successful and heading in the right direction. The Sun is about expansion, expanding yourself. in new directions. You know, you're on the horse, your new directions. And then you get the Ace of Wands. There almost couldn't be any better aces than these two. And you got them on either side of the sun. This is so beautiful, you guys. So beautiful. See, this is meant to be. You know, all this struggle and these challenges and these fights and this battle, it's meant to be because you're meant for better things. You know, you got the sun in both cards. You know, this one I want to show you too is where you are right now is dead. There's nothing growing there. You can't survive there. You need to take the leap over to where there's growth, where there's things happening, you know, where there's expansion. You can't expand yourself in a land, the land of the dead, you know. You need, and you've been given the gift of the wand, which is the log, to just walk across. You know, it's not that much of a leap, though, honestly. But you need to move on. You need to move on, and you're going to be so successful. This new direction is going to be successful for you. Very successful. But you need to get out of this. You can't solve anything sitting in bed depressed crying. You know, nothing is getting solved. You might be having nightmares or maybe like a lot of negative thoughts or something, being down on yourself. Get right out of that. It's not you. It's them. It's them. It's not you. It's not you. You tried and tried and tried. 3 tries. Like, look at this. Look at how hard you've been working and trying. It is not you. You're trying your damnedest. You know, your best to try and you have tried your damnedest, your best to get to work this out. But it's not you, it's them. And I say you're heading in a much better direction. Okay, this is going to make you happier, emotionally happier. I think you're also could be, what's the thing about the bridges that I always say? Crossing bridges, like you're going to be building bridges. Okay. So this could be other, and you know, it's so funny that I just said that, building bridges, because here, look, you need a little bridge to get across to where you're going. You know, to where you're going. You could be going back home, you know. I mentioned home a lot in my last reading for Pisces. And so you could be going. I don't know, because look at the stag, eh? And like here you got the stag, like the Lord, and he's wearing that antler, and then there was this stag here. This person's, you know, you're mature. You've learned a lot. You've grown, you know, and you're ready to move on. You know, this is success. I'm going to tell you, you better be ready. You're probably thinking, Lynn, I don't know. I can't see that. I'm not expecting anything. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not moving, Lynn. Then you're going to be writing me in about a month and saying, oh my God, Lynn, you'll never guess what happened. I love when that happens. And it happens frequently. Okay. So what do we got? Who do we got here? So for all of you that just want your reading and I'm out of here, that's pretty much it. I could pull some of the regular playing cards. You see, there's just regular playing cards here, you know. And I could pull a couple of cards, but I like to just take a second here and say hello. Oh, good. Hi, Jane. How you doing? Yes. Yes, I know. I saw that. Yeah, you did tell me. It's weird, eh? You know, I don't know. That's weird. I'm so glad you went there and to find that. Hey, Pathfinder, I went and checked out your site, by the way, and I love it. You're just sitting there in this cabin in this rocking chair and talking about oh geez, I'm trying to remember now. But you just look so cool and groovy sitting there. I think I can't remember. I'm sorry. I'm 54 and I'm going through that. I can't remember stuff all the time. I lose it. It's like squirrel. Amazing. I'm glad to hear that, Pathfinder. Right on, Kay. Right on. Okay, so let's take a couple of these and then we'll wrap it up. This is my second live tonight. They do take a lot out of me, even though I love, love, love them, because I just love talking to you guys and seeing who's out there. And yeah, I did. Yeah, I went and listened to you. And I thought you were pretty groovy, actually. And I like what you had to say. Although for the life of me, I can't remember right now. I'm in my zone here, you know. Thank you, Jean. Thank you. Oh, what do we got? What do we got? Okay, you got some messages about work. Okay, you got a message coming in. Work is going to be calling you, and like the job is going to be calling you to talk about work. You might have applied for something. You might be getting an email, a phone call, communication from some place that you applied, or maybe work is calling you. I don't know. You're getting some sort of communication from work about work, okay? About whatever it is you do, okay? So let's find out what that communication is for Capricorn. Sherry's being so quiet in the other room. She just got home from work. Hi, Sherry.
Hello. I'm going to grab a shower.
Are you going to grab a shower? Okay. She just got home from work. I'm at her place, the good internet place. She lives right downtown where all the action is, too. Look at this. Okay. We got some people. We got some people here. So, the King of Diamonds, the Nine of Diamonds, the Queen of Clubs, the King of Spades, and the Two of Hearts. So right now, I can tell you right now, these two are having a passionate meeting. So this is a brown-eyed woman or hazel-eyed and a very dark-eyed man. He could have black as coal, they say his eyes are. This person probably have brown hair too, or black hair. Sometimes this guy is a widower. His wife may have passed away or something like that. But this is a passionate meeting between these two people. Okay. And then this is, see, this is an ambitious man, a very ambitious man. Okay. The King of Diamonds is usually a blue or green-eyed man. And they call him the green-eyed man because he likes money. He likes money. He's the King of Diamonds. He's good with money, too. He's very ambitious. Now, there's some sort of, there's three people here. Okay, 3 people. There's an odd man out. These 2 are having a passionate meeting. This is an odd man out. He's more about ambitions and stuff than he is about passions. Okay, and these people are connecting, could be at work. So whoever you identify, yourself or those around you in this scenario. Oh, really? Really, Sonia? Well, there is not a lot of diamonds in this, or diamonds, pentacles in this reading. It says that you're borrowing from Peter to pay Paul right now while you're waiting for this money to come in. But there is a certain amount of success because you got the Sun, the Ace of Cups, and the Ace of Wands. This is success. And I might add that the success that comes under the Justice, you know, I think in the Justice, your feelings get hurt, you lose emotionally, but not, I don't think, in your I think also there's some sort of last hitch in this case, a last hitch that kind of like the last knife in. And I feel like you're being bullied in some way. You're being bullied. Whoever this person is, however it relates to you in business, in love, you know, you've been breaking your back trying to work this out. And, you know, that's the thing. We don't really have control over others or things or the universe or the energy. We only have control of ourselves. Okay. Perhaps one last. Yeah, it could be, you know. It really hurts. It's like, you know, when you're sitting here in the bed with all these, it's like you're trying to figure it out. Why? Like, why would they do that? Why bother with this or that? And there is no figuring it out, you know, because we are a certain way and we can't figure out why someone would act, because we wouldn't act that way. We just wouldn't do that, you know. And I almost feel like you're blaming yourself in this way, because it looks like you're thinking, you know, what could I have done different? What have I done? And I don't think you've done a darn thing, you know. I think you worked your ass off to try and work this out, whatever it is. It could be a work relationship, family relationship. There's some sort of legal matter here, though. A legal battle, you know, and it's all it's all being drawn out too. Oh, really? You're going to pull that card? You say, oh, all right. Well, if you're going to pull that card, I'm going to pull this card. A lot of hurt, you know. Look at that. Ace of Diamonds, 6 of Diamonds. So, where are you, my darling? Sonia, I think it was you. This is success. This is communication about steps taken in business, step taken in investments, an investment moving forward. Okay? The 6s are moving forward, taking something another step. So this is communication about that, okay? Something that you're invested in, all right? So it's success. And, you know, it's your third ace. It's your third ace. You know, you got a lot. You know, that makes sense to me because you got 3 10s. So if 3 doors are closing, it makes sense that 3 doors are opening. You know, 3 doors are opening. That makes total sense to me. It could be, if I were to take a guess, where we got 10, 11, 12, 21 is 33, 6. Yeah, I was going to say a 6. So it could be 6 days, 6 weeks, 6 months. But I would say at the most 6 weeks, because this is only supposed to be like a 2-week reading. It is hard to condense time, though, as a reader, and there's so many different people out there. It could be 6 months until you get your win, your investment coming back to you, because I'm saying I think it's 6 weeks at the most, but I can't control time. I just can't. I'm working on it, though. I'm working on it. So, my darlings, sweet. Awesome. That's amazing, Pathfinder. Also, too, I want to mention that when I was listening to your video, I could hear like a little baby in the background. Like it sounded maybe like a 2-year-old, 1 or 2-year-old, and kind of like talking with this fun adult. That's very sweet. And I don't remember if the child was actually speaking words. It was more like sounds and stuff. And it was so nice. It was so nice to hear life, especially with what you were talking about. So that was really cool. Could Fernando call you? Well, you know what? Let me get a card for you. First, I'd like to put these back in, and then I'll shuffle and pull a card for you. I like to kind of put them in randomly here, so we don't get all the same cards again. That used to be on Sesame Street. Remember that? I was raised by the TV when I was a kid. I can sing. You know what? I can sing word for word. Indigo Goddess, thank you so much. That's very sweet of you. Thank you for that. I can sing every word of the Spider-Man song. Back in when they had the cartoon one, Spider-Man. I know every word. And still do to this day. Oh, God, the things you retain, eh? Like, why can't I retain, like, really smart things? You're like, geez. Okay, so we got a kind of random in there. We'll throw this one down at the bottom. We got a mal in there. Fernando. Can you hear the drums, Fernando? Which card do you want that from, Jane? Which deck? I had these in my hand when you were asking me, so I think I'm going to shuffle these. Fernando. What a beautiful name. Is he a Taurus by any chance? Fernando, or no, it was Ferdinand, the bull. Ferdinand. Okay. Fernando. Will Fernando come for Jane? Ooh, tears, Jane. But hold on a sec. It could be tears of joy. Let's see what else we get. Tears, Jane. Can you hear the drums, Fernando? The drum, I think of the drum as the call, it's like a trumpet. The drum is the call. It's communication. It's, but I don't think so, Jane. If we're going to go by the cards, no, he's not coming. You need to move on, honey, to bigger and better things, as you know. As you know, my darlings. Indigo, do you have a question? Since you made a donation, I'll answer a question for you if you have one. Diego, Kevin, Patrick. Does that say Diego? I'm a cat born in January 1st. Wow, New Year's Day. What is Jessie feeling? Would you like the regular cards or the tarot? Indigo? Which would you prefer, my darling? Either. We have this in the hand, so let's go. So what is Jessie feeling? What is Jessie feeling for Indigo? Indigo wants to know what Jessie is feeling. This one's flipped right over. Is Jessie a blue-eyed man by any chance? Jessie, no. Well, there's a blue-eyed man here. Also, sometimes it represents your heart's desire, okay? And, oops. It's worried about losing. This man is worried about losing. He's thinking that he's going to lose, basically. He's going to lose out. He can't win. That's what he's thinking. This blue-eyed or... Oh. Huh. The 5 of Clubs is wanting to invest, like, you know, the 5 comes after the 4, right? And the 4 is a crossroads, trying to make a decision on which way to go. What do I want to work on? Because clubs are about work. They're like the wands, you know. What am I going to work on? And when you get to the 5, you decide that club in the middle is what you want to concentrate on. I'm going to concentrate all my energy onto this club. But it's feeling like you're going to lose. You know, I wonder if that's like parole or you know, when you go up for appeal or you go up for to ask for something and perhaps, you know, worried that he's not, you know, and if in prison, worried that he doesn't have any future. There's no point investing in anything. Kind of feeling glass half empty, you know, that in that way. Oh, that's lovely. And you're a Leo. Yeah, you know, because I'm sorry, I'm just going back to Indigo for a sec here. A lot of prisoners, when they get out, are afraid they're not going to be a success. They're worried they're going to be a failure. And that 5 is like thinking, okay, I've got to invest all my eggs in this one basket and worried they're going to be a failure. And a lot of prisoners, when they get out, or ex-cons, whatever, worry about being a failure because it's very easy. It's much easier to go back to something familiar, right? What you're used to, whether it was drugs or selling drugs or whatever the crime was, right? And so it seems like an easier path to go back, and they're worried they're going to fail, not going to be able to be a success in the straight life, so to speak, you know. Who's really straight these days? Show me an innocent person that doesn't do anything. Like they just, I don't know. Like I just don't. I think that we all got a little bit of a devilish side that want to explore possibilities that may not be completely on the books, sort of thing. And you just got to be careful how far you go with something like that. You don't want to be stretching your neck out too far. Okay. Hi, Just Learning. I am very good. I am taking questions right now. Oh, I see, Indigo. Aw. It's very hard to have, I don't know if you're in a relationship with this person. It's very hard to have a relationship. It's like they live a million miles away, when it's a inmate relationship. Because it's and everything is based on promises. You don't get to see any of the action yet. We can all promise things from the comfort or from somewhere else, but when you get there and you have to deliver, there's a lot of fear, and probably from him. But I'm just thinking about you, hun. Be careful where you put all your eggs. Do you happen to have blue eyes, by the way? Yeah, I'm taking questions, Just Learning, if you want to ask me something. That's true. Yeah, they don't get received very well, depending on their age. Because I'm going to tell you, kids nowadays don't work like we did. They just refuse. They show up late. They're on their phone 24/7. I don't know how they get any work done. If I was the boss. And how do you draw the line with people now with phones? Like, there is no line anymore, And so us, people our age, we are better workers. And so if he's, let's say 40 and over, he's probably a better investment as a worker, because kids nowadays don't do nothing. Someone accused me of child labor because I did a video in my girlfriend's store, and she said, "Oh, you got children working there, sweatshop." And I said, "Show me a kid that'll work." That's like, they don't exist. That's hilarious, because kids don't work nowadays. So, I mean, here in Canada, maybe other places they work their butts off. What will the outcome of my situation be? I'm being evicted, but I'm not in a financial position to move. Is it the end of a chapter, but I have no clue what the next chapter is? Well, before I even look at the cards, no, kids don't work. Before I even look at the cards, I was a landlord. I owned an apartment building, so I'm not sure where you are, where you live. But one of the things is, you might get an eviction notice, but you could take it to court. You could get a judge to decide. And if you have any sort of disability, mental, physical, emotional, if there's any sort of hardships that you can prove through doctor's notes or anything like that, you can take it to court with you, and you could probably win. As a landlord, I can tell you that it was, I won one time, but I didn't actually win. I had to take them to court, to the next court, to actually get the money that they owed me, like $2,500. And I never bothered, because it was going to cost another $300 now to take them to small claims court. So for a landlord, it's a losing battle going to court. See if you, and also the judge, once you get there, there's legal representatives, and they try and help you work a deal with your landlord to try and resolve it. before you have to bother the judge with it. And if if the landlord refuses to try and do resolution, that doesn't look favorably with the judge. I'm going to tell you, you are going to court. No, not necessarily. You will lose. Don't give up. Don't give up. According to this reading that we just had for Capricorn, you could lose because it's like a losing battle. I think that there may be some, like maybe you'll get extra time. You could ask for a little extra time to find another place or find somewhere to stay or something, that you might be able to work that out in court. I think you should be as honest as you possibly can. That honesty is the best policy. I always say that because, judges have heard millions of cases, and it's their job to see all sides of the situation, not just do you have the money or don't you. It's not always just about that. I think you should be really honest about who you are, what you've tried to do, the efforts you've made. Yeah. Sorry to hear that, darling. But I will pick according to the tarot that we had, it doesn't look good. But when you move, like where you're going to, you're thinking, oh, I don't have the money. I don't have anywhere to go. And how am I going to have a great, move? And I think you actually might move right out of the town you're in, possibly, because it's like to another place where there's growth. You got that Ace of Wands, and it's going to be better. It's actually going to be better. And you don't sound very happy with what you are. You're welcome, darling. Indigo. My battle is about $25 million. Obama's time in office. Oh my goodness. Holy cow. Well, a way is going to show itself, just learning. A way is going to show itself. You got I'm trying to remember now. You're going to have to rewatch the video. See my memory? I already can't remember what those. I remember it was Ace of Cups, Sun, Ace of Wands. Before that, I don't know. I can't remember. Oh, isn't that awful? I just don't like getting old. You're not too late, my darling. I want to pull a card for Kay back there. Your dream mission, Kay. All right, let's just pull a quickie. I think Sherry's still in the shower. Sherry, are you still in the... You're out already? Okay, I'm going to pull just a couple more cards and then I got to go. Huh?
No worries.
Sherry says no worries. What a sweetheart, eh? Whoa, 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 whoa. It's okay. Okay. 7 of Spades is tears, but this is one of the cases where it's tears of joy. This is success. This is joy, pure joy, happiness. And this is at some sort of partnership. It's a financial partnership. Are you going to partner with someone in this mission that you're on? Because it's tears of joy. You're going to be able to realize something that's going to bring tears to your eyes. I'm going to tell ya. Good to tell ya. Stacy Blankenship Gould. Hi, Stacy. I love your last name, Blankenship. I just want to say it. I met a new guy. Well, not a new guy. I went out with him like last fall. And I just love saying his name's Julio. Hi, Julio. I love Julio. Can I have a card about my new relationship and how not to mess it up? Darling, you're not messing it up. You know, we are who we are. Like, it doesn't fit because it doesn't fit. That person doesn't understand you, darling. You're welcome, Kay. Scorpio sun. I did do Scorpio, eh? Woo, 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 woo. Okay. Is this person a blue-eyed man? Possibly. I am love. You look like a woman. I can barely see your picture. Is this person a Cancer by any chance? I just got a feeling there's a Cancer. Someone's thinking of a Cancer. You're welcome. You're welcome, just learning. Okay, I just got a few here. Oh. Also could be a very dark-eyed man. Oh. He's black. Haha. Okay, well, there's the dark-eyed man. You know, the King of Spades is like Hispanic, black, something like that. And this is, are you dark too? Because this is a dark brown-eyed woman. And this is a stable, like building love together, you know. This is also, you're going to go to some nice gathering or get together at a nice gathering. You might be going to a wedding, a party, something, a barbecue or something like that. Yeah. Well, I think he loves you. I think he loves you. Like, look at this. There's this king. This is how he's feeling. He's feeling love towards you, and then building. This is building a good foundation, like wanting to build something with someone, and also a gathering. It's some sort of gathering. It could be friends or family. It's a happy gathering, friendly gathering. You're both Capricorn. Oh, that's cool. You know, a Capricorn would probably be very well suited with a Capricorn in a lot of areas, except who is going to be right? Because Capricorns like to be right. Who's going to be right out of the two of you? So someone has to concede sometimes. Oh, isn't that funny, eh? Hi, Love Triber. How you doing? Long time no talk, my darling, my love. There's a lot of love on here today. A lot of people with the name Love on today, I'm noticing. Oh, thank you. Crystal? Crystal-Lee Sterling. Crystal-Lee Sterling. Well, thank you very much. That's big. That's a lot to live up to, but thank you. I just want to give absolutely, we're never wrong. That's true. I was with a Capricorn, and he will fight to the death, like in an argument with you, and insist, you know, and get so upset. And oh my God, you're welcome, darling. You're welcome. I just want to go back to Stacy and give you one shot. Still not sure what his true intentions are. And you're involved with a Cancer, blue eyes. Okay, let me throw these back in quickly. And are you a Capricorn, Stacy? because you guys are, I think you guys are opposites of the thing, polar opposites. And the thing is you're probably very attracted to each other, but there's also that angel devil side of the relationship. I was saying earlier, hope I don't offend anyone, but it's like fucking or fighting, you know. There's not anything in the middle. Like the good times are few. You're either fighting or making up, you know. And that's very exciting and everything, but where is the good life in the middle, you know, the enjoyment of each other? Dark-eyed man. Hi, Melody. Work related. Okay, hold on a second. Yeah. So that's really passionate and exciting and all that. But when you're trying to lay a foundation, trying to create a life together, it's hard to, because you don't have much of that middle ground. It's always, also, Cancers don't like being told what to do, and Capricorns love telling people what to do. They're a natural boss. I don't mean that in a bad way, but they can be very bossy, and Cancers don't like being told what to do. You know, they'll go right into their cave. You know, they don't like it. They will stop communicating. They call it excommunicate. Oh, I see. Okay, let me go back to Melody. Melody, darling. I need a little Mars energy for the passion. Okay, Melody, can you see an outcome work-related? Let me throw this back in. Let me throw the baby back in. I'm going to get some new cards. I keep saying that. I'm going to get some new playing cards. I'm just waiting. I don't know. I'll stumble on them one day. Whoa. There's one for you. Let's see what it says. This is talk. This is having words with someone, okay? So this is very much like a sword card. You know, the truth has got to come out. The card's got to be laid on the table. We got to have a little talk, and it may not be nice. You know, it's that talk you need to have. It could be an argument, you know, not agreeing. Crossing swords with someone, you know. And it's not saying that it's not going to be a good outcome, because sometimes that needs to happen. You need to clear the air, you know, and then you can work on a solution. But we can't work on solutions until we know exactly what the problem is. And until people come out with the problem, there's so many things unsaid nowadays. People just hold it and they're going pss, 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 to someone else and pss, 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 to someone else, instead of saying it to the person that they have the issue with. And a lot of drama and shit gets started. And if you just lay it out on the line for somebody, I'm going to lay it out on the line. Some people like it. Some people don't like it so much. But you realize who your real allies are, you know, when you do that. Oh, thank you, Crystalie. Oh my God, that is so beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. That's That is a huge compliment to me. Thank you. I am so glad, oh, I can't even say enough about that. I'm so glad that I help you in that way, and I'm kind of working on that myself. That's what it says, Kay. I'm gonna pull another card. What is look at that. Fell right out. Okay. Well, it looks good though. Like I said, sometimes shit needs to get out on the table. You can't begin solutions until you know what the problem is. And sometimes when you're talking to someone, you're finding out, what? I never did that. I never said that. Or I was sick that day. I wasn't even there. How did I get blamed for this? There's a lot of stuff that may not be true or may not be right. And it's a time to set the record straight, Kay. Don't think of it as, oh, geez, I got this big confrontation. Think of it as a time to set the record straight. There might be false information. And the reason why I'm saying that is something that's going to start out as trouble is going to work out. You have the 6 of hearts, the 8 of diamonds, and the 9 of diamonds. The 6 of hearts are positive steps forward. Like I just said, you can work on solutions. Something that starts out as a problem is going to be worked out to benefit you in your favor. Like it's going to be worth the investment. And I think that there's going to be talks about investing, like what you want to do now, where you want to take it now. I think it's going to be really good. I think it's going to start out kind of like, you may even have to say to the person, hey, whoa, wait a minute now, and you might have to set them straight. So, excuse me, don't talk to me like that. You can ask me questions. I'd be glad to answer any of your questions, but don't let anybody talk to you like you're nothing or, pointing the finger. You can say, whoa, okay, put your finger down and just talk to me, I'm sure we can work this out. Yeah. Yes, Love Jibber. Truth it's the best policy, because it's gonna come out eventually anyway. Or, it's the best way to get things solved. Because a lot of times, I'm telling you, someone tells me something, I'm like, I never said that. Someone wrote to me, commented on one of my videos, why is someone dangerous? And I'm thinking, I never used the word dangerous. I've never used the word dangerous to describe anybody in any of my readings. Dangerous. And so sometimes what you say is not what is heard. People interpret it differently. That is another thing with communication. How what you say or said is interpreted. So, yeah, exactly. Exactly. It is very, very more. Yeah, misinterpretation. And a lot of that happens in texts and messages on Messenger because people don't use punctuation anymore and they use all these short forms. And I understand. I hate typing too. I just hate it. But nobody uses punctuation anymore, and punctuation defines the context of what you're saying. It shows the pauses and whether it's a question or a statement. And, it really defines your language, but people don't use it. So you get a text and you're like, what? Meanwhile, they were asking you a question, not telling you something. So a lot gets misinterpreted. in texts and messaging, and sometimes even emails, you know, if there's some sort of thing like that. Yeah, you're right. Absolutely, Kay. No problem. You're welcome. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, misconstructed. That's the actual definition of misconstructed, because and I've been guilty of that too, where I've read something and thought, what? And I'm busy writing back, well, you're no good either, or something. And they say, what are you talking about? I was saying, you know, it's no good tomorrow for I got to work. Oh, well, forget what I said too. It's like too late. I screwed that up. Yes, my darling. Yeah. You know, the best way, I'm going to tell you something I learned along the way. This is probably going to be my last statement. I'm going to sign out. But I took a course on how, because I used to be a social worker, and I dealt with, you know, people at risk, at high risk. They were, you know, dealing with a lot of struggles in their life, right? And sometimes they'd come in just, you know, out of their minds, crying or angry or all kinds of things. And so I went and took a course on how to deal with angry and aggressive clients. And the best thing, the one thing that I thought was the golden teaching out of that whole course is the best way to diffuse someone who's angry is to agree with them. So you need to find something in what they're saying that you can agree with. So, like, for instance, you know, someone called me an asshole once. They said, "You're an asshole, Lynn." And I said, "You're right." I said, "Sometimes I can be, you know, I can be tactless and not sensitive enough." And so I you know, and someone can't fight with you if you're agreeing with them, right? What are they, you know, the argument's done. So if you need to diffuse something, diffuse a situation, and kind of put someone in their spot, because it really makes them now look at what they've just said, right? It's back in their court, back on their lap. When you say, yeah, you're right, I have been kind of, you know, whatever. And that's how you do that. Think twice, speak once. Love it. Oh dear. Well, I think they have. I don't know. That's a big topic. I don't want to get into on here. It's very sensitive, very sensitive. If you want to talk privately, Sonia, about that sometime, it's just a real sensitive topic to open up. That I'm not willing to do on here, but I don't mind, like, some of the life coaching that I do is to help people work through, you know, not necessarily with the tarot. We could use the tarot too if you want, but I try and help people. I was a counselor and I tried to help people work through their problems. It's not always solving it right away. First, we have a few steps to get through, you know. It's always steps. What are our obstacles? How are we going to overcome these obstacles? And so we work through it. And two minds think better than one. And I don't really know a lot about the American court system specifically, but I do know people. You're welcome, Stacy. Yeah, it does really work. It does really work. So, yeah. Live again, I think tomorrow morning. I'm going to be doing Aries and Libra while Sherry's at work again. But I better stop now. It's been an hour and a half, everyone. Love you all. Love you big time. Thank you for all your likes, shares, subscribes. If you're interested in the personal reading, just email me at tinkertarotreadings@gmail.com. Or I'm on Facebook as Tinker Tarot. I'm on Skype as Tinker Tarot. And I'm also on WhatsApp at Tinker Tarot. Do keep in mind, though, I'm in Ontario, Canada, Eastern Standard Time. So if you're like somewhere else in the world, you might be like messaging me at like 4 in the morning. Sometimes I get a message at like 4 in the morning. I'm like, what's this? Oh, okay. I'll look at it later. 1N, Lyn. All us kids got 3-letter names because my parents didn't want any of us to have nicknames. They had weird thoughts. You can in an email. You certainly can in an email. tinkertarotreadings@gmail.com. Okay. Or you can go on Facebook and go into Tinker Tarot on Facebook. And it's a picture of me like this. I think I have on a pink shirt with black flowers. And yeah, leave it there. And we can set something up. You know, definitely. I can try and help you through this, you know. Manage it. You're welcome, darling. Have a great night, everybody. And I'll see you in the morning if anyone's around. Okay? Bye now. Love ya.